Yeah, and so I'd like really everyone who really thinks it is impossible to pick up all the orphans. Are you actually kidding me? There are so many people who would like to have for example, a teenager as an additional daughter or son. So many people lost their children in some car crashes or wherever, and I'm sure these people are literally counting days and weeks after the death of their children, and they would love to get a child, even if this child is already 14 years old. Maybe it's even better. Maybe they're having some kind of a business, maybe they are having restaurants, and they would like to have a child which is a little bit grown up, and would love to have them these children, like, to help them in a restaurant, or maybe these car workers and these people who'd love that the adoptive child, who's a boy or 14 or 15 years, is helping there in with the cars to be rebuilt or whatever. So I think every child, really every orphan of every age, should be picked up, should be getting new home and parents and a possibility to have a nice life and decent life, because all the orphans, it doesn't matter how old they are gonna be criminals. They are obviously neglected by life. They are obviously treated badly, because if their parents are not there and they are absent, or they are treating them badly, obviously the entire world is treating them the way the parents are treating them. And obviously these orphans are enormously traumatized and kind of unhappy inside people. So how about we accepting the fact that children they didn't have to be like 3 weeks old to get adopted. They could be people in the age of 20 and they could be adopted, or people in the age of, I don't know, 30, they can be adopted. It depends on the age of the parents, the people who would like to adopt this or that person. And if you're thinking about Ismail V, who was a warrior and actually a killer, let's say like that, and he was adopted and became a writer, it's kind of a very, very good example. Or Steve Jobs is also an adoptive child, and he was one of the brightest minds in the world and one of the biggest geniuses you can think of. So among these orphans, there surely are people who are incredibly wise and incredibly talented and genius people, like in terms of in fields of computer science or literature, or I don't know, cookery and clothes making, etc., etc. So I really think I should think about all the children which are without parents to be worth to be adopted, and all these adoptive children gotta be showed in these television show. Particularly if I'm thinking about all these people who are part of big thing called art and called creativity, how many people are orphans and they are spending time of their life doing ballet, because they are so or just so lonely, and they're spending their time in these ballet halls. Or same goes to musicians. How many musicians are orphans and they're spending the life while playing an instrument and becoming the best ever, because they are having so much energy and so much unrequested love, etc., etc. So they're putting much more effort in their art. How about these artists are having some kind of chance actually to perform on stage, because nobody is really supporting them. They're having zero chances to have a lovely home which is supporting them. Not even their parents are clapping hands after they're dancing so perfectly, maybe the Dying Swan or the performing Bach cello concerto, etc., etc. So I think really everyone deserves to be adopted, and every orphan really deserves to be adopted. Doesn't matter how old she or he is.